Hi, my name is Sophia Scherr, and welcome to my part two of the lifestyle project video. So, the first week I changed my car consumption, my electricity usage, and my water usage. And then for the second week, I decided to do the same thing but amp up what I was changing. So, for my car consumption on the 15th and 16th, I didn't drive either of these days. I found it harder the second week to not drive because I felt like I was being forced not to drive for this project, but it was actually a good feeling that I didn't have to drive anywhere. I would carpool with my roommates if I wanted to go somewhere where I couldn't walk to, and they would offer to drive. I also limited my other habits, such as driving to buy coffee. I always found myself going to Dutch Bros or Starbucks when I can just save money and make coffee at home. And then I also found myself saving money on gas. For my electricity usage on the 17th and 19th, I would unplug items around my house, not just in my room. So I would unplug the microwave or the TV, and then I would also unplug my charger and things like that in my room. I also remember to turn off the porch light outside of my house. We usually keep it on at night just to, scare away people. But this time I would just turn it off and lock our door because I felt that was just as safe. I also would turn off lights around the kitchen when nobody was in that area. And then I'd remind my roommates to turn off their lights when they weren't in the room. So just generally reminding my roommates to not keep lights on when nobody was in the area. And then lastly, for my water usage, I did this on the 18th and 19th of October, and I just used less water for the dishes when I would do them. I would let things soak and just use less water, not have the water running when I was doing the dishes. On the first day, I didn't shower, but then I like to shower pretty often just because I feel it's part of my cleanliness that I like. So I took a short and cold shower the second day, and I was going to limit my shower usage to nothing on these days, but I really wanted to shower. So I felt like I still decreased my amount of water usage. And I thought that I'd include this little fun drop guy because every drop counts for reducing your use of water. I find that reducing water in my house was pretty easy, and everybody can do that. So, for my conclusions, I found that the car was a mild difficulty. I felt like I couldn't leave the house when I wanted to. I felt like that I was kind of held to this assignment where if I wanted to leave, I couldn't leave because I was doing this assignment. So, it limited myself from really going outside and doing other things when I really could just walk, but I felt like I was tied to using my car for some reason. It also limited myself from buying outside items, so I would just have to make things at home, which was a good lesson. For my electricity usage, this was the hardest to limit. I think that lights are a pretty integral part of a house, and you can't really keep them off for that long especially when it gets dark. For my water usage, this was the medium difficulty. It was hard to take short showers, but I thought from the last 2 weeks it was pretty easy to manage, and I found myself taking shorter showers throughout the week and not just on those set days. So, my differences in week 2, water seemed to be about the same as last week. It was hard to adjust to at first, but eventually was kind of manageable, and I would do this throughout the week. I live so close to downtown, but found myself wanting to get in the car, so I wanted to just be in my car and drive, but then thinking about this project and thinking about if I really needed to get in the car and get out of the house. I also did not do as well with keeping the lights off. I think that turning lights off when you really need them is kind of impossible to do, but I would still find myself turning them off. So, my overall reflection on this lifestyle project, I can do a lot of these modifications on my lifestyle, but in moderation. So, I will take shorter showers, but I will probably not make them as cold as I did for this project. And I found that it was really hard to change your habits once you do them for a while. I've recently done a project like this where I had to cut back on resources, and I found it pretty hard, but then doing it day by day makes it a lot easier and makes you realize how much you can do just by changing one day of your life. And it felt good knowing I was doing my part to help the planet, and sustainability. I've been really interested in sustainability and how we can all help the planet by just reducing little things in your life and in your home. All right, that's it for my lifestyle project video. Thank you for watching.